everybody, it's Luke. Today we're going to be looking at a pre-workout supplement. It's one of the newer ones out there. It's called BSN Hyper FX. Now this is kind of a big brother or sibling to NO Explode, which is a very popular BSN pre-workout supplement. The difference between NO Explode and Hyper FX is that Hyper FX is a concentrated formula and it does not contain any creatine. So that's good to know, because if, like I said in an earlier video, you need to know what's in your supplements. This one doesn't have creatine, so you're going to need to get your creatine either from a monohydrate, from your post-workout, or somewhere else. So if I open this up, it comes in a pretty small container, and the scoop size is pretty small. You know, I don't know what this is, about 6/4 stacked up. So it's a really small scoop. One of these cans, I think it was about 30 bucks. I have to go check what they're selling it for now. And in it is 30 servings, so about $1 a serving, which is pretty standard for a pre-workout. One thing to note about Hyper FX, and I found out the hard way, I didn't see the warning here on the label. It says do not shake, stir it with a utensil. So what I did is I'm like, oh sweet, you know, pop it in my shaker cup, start shaking it, and all of a sudden, poof! The thing just like exploded Hyper FX all over my walls and my ceiling. And that's because, I forget which ingredient it is in here, but when mixed with water, it starts to give off a gas. It kind of is like an effervescent type of reaction. And that's why you need to have the cover off and stir it with a utensil, or it'll pop the lid off of whatever your shaker cup is. One other thing to note is that it has 270 milligrams of caffeine per serving. Take only 1 scoop. You know, some pre-workouts you can take up 1 to 3 scoops. Only need 1 of these. As far as how it works, this tub's actually empty. I just finished it off, and this has been my 3rd tub of Hyper FX. I really like this one. I almost like it a little better than NO Explode. It just gives me power. It gives me a pump. It doesn't quite make me feel as, I don't know, not worked up, but kind of lightheaded like NO Explode does a little bit. So I really like Hyper FX. As far as taste is pretty decent. This is a fruit punch kind. Sometimes it doesn't mix up well. There's little granules in the bottom, and sometimes those granules, kind of, if you get it on your tongue, it's a really hot, burning sensation. So that would be a drawback of this. But overall, great energy, great endurance, power, focus, and yeah, if you haven't tried Hyper FX, it's a great pre-workout to mix in with your other ones, or to use as your sole pre-workout. What I usually do now is I'm kind of doing some Muscle Farm Assault, so I'll use that, and then I'll take Hyper FX once or twice a week just to mix it up and to keep my body guessing, and you know, I get a maximum effect that way. So Hyper FX, yeah, pretty good product. Don't shake it. 270 caffeine, definite buy. Till next time.